let's go. I'm going to do a complete 360. This is a bad transition. We've done 3 kitchen products.
I've been very impressed with your transitions.
I know. And tonight I don't have it.
So
I'm going to go completely left field. But I'm going to take you to the beach, and we are going to play a surfing board game that is called Tubular. And this, I have to say, this came in, so mine, you can already see we lost the top to it because we literally we played every day since this thing came in the mail. As soon as the tube from Tubular came in the mail, I emailed these guys right away, and I was like, oh my God, our kids are obsessed. So if you've ever played like Chutes and Ladders as a kid, right? You roll the dice and you go, if you hit the ladder, you go up and down and up and down. Think of that, but riding waves. So you roll the dice and you get to go 3 spots, 5 spots, whatever it is. And then you hit the wave, and it's either a great wave and you ride it and you have a great experience and you get to go farther in the game, or you crash and burn and it takes you down a level. And I love it. They have these really cool cards. If you're like from Monopoly, they're like chance cards, right? Like every time you pick one up, you don't know if you're going back 4 spaces or if you have to switch, places with a partner. But I love this. It is a super big board mat. I think, and I don't want to get this wrong, but I've thought that I read somewhere that it's actually made out of like wetsuit material. Yeah. I want to make sure that is, it's a wetsuit board mat. So how perfect is that for a game based around like surfing? A wetsuit board mat, which is so cool. You were just showing the characters. I thought they did a really good job of making the characters that you get to play with. But the other part that I love about this is every character actually has a backstory. And so when you have, made from wetsuits, they just chimed in, every character has a card. And on the back of the card, it has their story, like the origin story of this. So Zapper is the it girl, the hottest ticket on the surfing tour right now. She's a sponsor's dream. And like, it just goes into this really cool story. And so, my kids are picking out their characters and who they want to be. And just, it's such a fun game. The other side, so I have a 5-year-old, 9-year-old, and 11-year-old boy, just to give you guys some context. Within 5 seconds, my 5-year-old totally got the game, right? And so that's the other part. We buy so many board games. We get them for holidays, stuff like that. And it takes like 30 minutes to set up. And then what are the rules? And like, again, within 2 minutes of opening this up, we were able to play right away. It's, you pick your character, you roll the dice, you move forward, you hit a wave, you don't hit a wave, and you read the card. I think you guys did a tremendous job. It is so much fun. The hardest part is that, my kids yell at each other when they lose, right? Like they're just bad, but that's just brotherly love. That happens. I think this is, again, going into summertime, perfect summer game. Family business, which also, we're big fans of here at Grommet. And so you guys did a great job. The graphics, the characters, it's super cool.
And I have to ask, I know you guys are in the chat. I'm dying to know, it was created by 2 girls, which I love, that are just total outdoors. They love skateboarding and surfing and all of those things. I believe you're sisters, but I'm dying to know how old you are and how old you were when you came up with it. I have to tell you that I am an inventor myself, but my very first inventions ever was when I was probably like 4 and 5 years old. I loved inventing games. That was my favorite thing to create. And so when I saw this, yes, my daughters are here. And how old are they? Dying to know. So, let's see.
10 and 7.
10 and 7. That is so great.
That is so cool.
You guys, you have a future. Look out, Mattel Toys. I got to tell you, because this is so well done on every level. And you can tell that it came from your hearts, which I love. Like, it's so, the locals only aspect of it. The cards are great. All the characters are great. Just, the name, the tagline of a game of epic waves and gnarly wipeouts. And I was not a surfer, but my son Jack is still and was. And gosh, when he was younger, and even now, he hasn't had a chance to play it yet, but he would have flipped out to play this game. So we have got to spread the word, because any boy or girl of, I want to say young age, but Greg's playing it every night. So he's He's not so young anymore.
Yeah,
Um,
I love it. It's also got some nostalgia in it, which I think is cool for like people
yes,
my age. So I'm 41 again, just giving context. I grew up with like punk rock, skate culture, like all of these things. And when I saw all the designs and the packaging, it reminded me of like reading like a Thrasher magazine from like the 1990s. It's like a grungy skateboard magazine, and like all the graphics and the fonts that they chose and all that. And I'm so glad that you guys just chimed in. They have cool merch online. If you go to their website, they have like the coolest like shirts and hats and like all kinds of stuff from like the characters. And like, again, you guys have just done a really, really good job. And I just want to do my small part in telling everybody that I possibly can about this game. Again, big Grommet discount, $43 to $34. For those going into summer, you're going into camps, you're going, maybe you're going on a camping vacation, something like that. And so you need board games to play with. You're going to grandma's house for 2 weeks. Order this. The kids will love it. You'll love it. You'll have a great time with it. And like I said, I think that my favorite part was that you can just play instantly. Again, we buy so many board games that my wife and I read the directions and we're like, it's going to take us 2 days just to figure out how to play. It's like, no,
yeah,
jump in, play. The games take, 5-10 minutes to get through a round. And again, two, young girls that invented this along with dad, like, I'm obviously just big fan, love what you do. And this is going to be a gift that we give a lot this summer to a
yes,
lot of
great gift.
folks. And I hope that you guys sell a ton of these, not just through Grommet, but in everything that you do.
I love how on brand you guys are. I'm looking in the chat and comments are totally rad. I know I didn't say that right. What else? They are
Great.
totally rad. Yeah, I mean, I love it all so much. And yeah, everything is very sort of, I was going to say 80s surf nostalgia. I love that too. So that's really
Yeah.
cool. But the wetsuit, who came up with the idea for the wetsuit board? Or the wetsuit game mat, if you call it that. And I love that it's so big. So I think it is 33 by, oh
21.
gosh, 33 by 21. So it's
Yeah.
big. The characters are 3 inches high. So like Greg said, they really are like little characters that you can play with even when you're not playing the game. Just so smart. I love seeing young inventors. I'm so proud of you guys. And you guys just keep doing what you're doing. And Greg and I will do our job and spread the word for you. And everybody else on here, you guys give them a high five, a thumbs up, an upvote. Get that chat going so more and more people literally around the world can find out about this game and this can take off and just be totally tubular.